Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today we are going to make a simple milkmade top for my flare pants. If you have not seen the video on how to make these pants, I'll leave the link in the description box of this video. Just go ahead and click to watch if you are interested. Okay? So before we continue, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up so that every other person can benefit from the video as well. And if you are new, you are highly welcome. I'm Chisom Ene. Please subscribe to join the family and turn on the notification bell for more videos. Thank you so much. So for the top, I have 2 yards of African prints that remain from the flare trouser. The first thing I'm going to do is to place my fabric on fold. So guys, I've placed my fabric on fold with my hip measurements divided by 4 plus extra 2 inches sewing allowance. So this is 10.75 for my hip measurement divided by 4, and I have extra 2 inches allowance here. I'm going to cut the front part of the top, then afterwards I'll cut the back side. Okay, so guys, the first thing I'm going to do is to come over here and mark 2 inches for my folding allowance for the loop at the front side. 2 inches. So guys, because it's an off-shoulder top, I'm going to take away 6 inches. It's not constant. If you want, you can take away 5 inches or 4 inches, depending on your choice. I'll take away 6 inches, and on this 2 inches line, I'll place my 6 inches there. Can you see? And take my vertical measurement, which is my measurement from shoulder downwards. So from shoulder to my bust point is 10 inches, then I mark. From shoulder to my under bust is 13. Then from shoulder to my waist is 18. Then shoulder to the length of the blouse is 24 inches. Then I mark. So guys, I have my bust point line, under bust, waist, and my hip line, which is my blouse length. So having done that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to add my neck width. I'll be adding my neck width of 6 inches. And yeah, this is 6 inches. That is the wideness of the neck is going to be 12 inches divided by 2, 6. Do you understand? So after marking my neck width, I'll come over here and minus 6 inches. I'll take my armhole depth, which is 8 inches. Then I mark my armhole depth, 8 inches. And from the neck width, I'll connect to the armhole depth. It's a very slight curve. Can you see? So this is my armhole curve. Then after that, I'll add my circumference measurement. So at the bust point line, I'll add my bust measurement, which is 39. 39 divided by 4 is 9.75. Then I mark. I'll add 1.5 inches for sewing allowance, and I'll extend it to the armhole. So at the under bust, my under bust measurement is 34 divided by 4, 8.5 plus 1.5 inches. And at the waistline, my waist is 36 divided by 4, 9 plus 1.5 inches. And at the hip line, my hip measurement is 43 divided by 4, 10.75 plus 1.5 allowance. So I'm going to connect the point. So for this particular blouse, there's no dart. I'm not going to add any dart because, like I said, it's a milkmade top. It will have some gather effect at the bust line, which will represent our cup for the bust. So there's no need for that. So this is what I have. Then after that, I'm going to come to this point and come up by 2 inches because I wouldn't want that point to be straight up. 2 inches. Connect to the sewing allowance like so, and from these 2 inches I'll curve towards the front to get the blouse shape properly. So this is the shape I have for the blouse at the down part. Okay, so guys, having done that, the next step is for us to turn this blouse into a milkmade top by creating the curve for the bust here where we are going to do our gathers. So, and to do that, I'm going to come to this my bust point line and measure my bust pan. Bust pan is the distance from one bust to the other. That's nipple to nipple point measurement. For me, mine is 7 inches. Divide by 2 because the fabric is folded into 2 is 3.5. After that, from here, I'm going to measure the same 3.5 inches for my bust pan. But in this case, I'll be adding extra ½ inch because the bust is always fuller at the side. And this is what I have. So from here to here is 3.5 inches for my bust pan. And from this point again to here is 4 inches. That is extra ½ inch to my bust pan measurement. Do you understand? So having done that, I will extend this point to the armhole curve like this. So guys, before I connect the curve, I'm going to come up here at the under bust. I'll come up by ½ inch for joining allowance. You know, we are drafting directly on the fabric, so we need an allowance to join the cups. This is ½ inch for joining allowance. After that, I'm going to connect from this side. From this side, I'll make a curve like this. So this is what I have for my curve. And yeah, the next is to cut it out. So this is what I have. Can you see? So this is where I'm going to attach my gathers to form my milkmade top. So I'm going to use this for my gathers, but this is going to be one part. Do you understand? So I'm going to cut this into 2, and instead of 1, you know, we cut out 1 here, but I'm going to cut this into 2 to make up for the 2 busts. Do you understand? So before I cut it into 2, I'm going to trim this part like this. I'll just trim it like so. So while cutting this again, I'll cut it right side to right side. I'll place it right side to right side and cut. So now we have 2 pieces of this. So this side that is straight will be the center, while this is for the armhole side. So it's going to be like this. So I'm going to gather this part and gather this part, and we are going to fold in this side like this and pass through the loop. Okay, so guys, to cut the back side, I've placed my fabric on fold with my hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches allowance. So the first thing I'll be doing is to mark out 2 inches for my zipper allowance. Then after that, I'm going to take away 6 inches and take my vertical measurement as well. So here I have my bust point and my waistline 18, and then again the length of the blouse, which is 24 inches. So I have my bust point line, waistline, and the length of the blouse. Okay, there's no need for under bust. So after that, the next thing I'm going to come here and measure is my neck width, which is 6 inches, and -6, I'll take my armhole depth as usual and connect to the neck width. So I have my armhole curve now. Then -6, I'll take my neck depth. My neck depth for this back side is going to be 8 inches and connect to the neck width. So I will extend it to the zipper allowance. So having done that, the next thing I'm going to do is to remove my zipper bulge at the back side. So to do that, I'll come to this zipper allowance at the waistline and I'll go in by ½ inch. From that point, I'll remeasure my 2 inches zipper allowance like so. So I'm going to connect. This is now my zipper allowance in a curvy shape. This is just for the blouse to have a perfect shape or perfect fitting at the back side and relax very well. So having gotten my new zipper allowance, from there I'm going to mark my bust span. My bust span, like I explained before, is 7 divided by 2, 3.5. I'll be adding ½ inch to that, making it 4 inches. So from here I'll measure 4 inches and mark. The ½ inch is for allowance. Okay, so having done that, I'm going to extend this line to the bust point and take it down to the blouse length. So having marked out the bust span line, at this waistline again, I'll measure ½ inch on both sides, ½ inch here and ½ inch here, making it 1 inch. So I'm going to connect. You can make use of your ruler to do that. So this is now the back dart. Okay, so having done that, I'll now add my circumference body measurement. Then after that, I'll come up here by 2 inches. So from these 2 inches, I'll curve towards the front. So this is the back part now. At this point, if you have not given the video a thumbs up, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to join the family, and remember to turn the notification bell on for more videos. So I'll cut it out now. I'll notch this point in order not to mix it up. So guys, this is it for the cutting of the back side and the front part of the milkmade top, as you can see. So I'm going to cut the sleeve and then we'll join the top. Okay, so I'm going to make a balloon sleeve for the top. On fold, I have 13.5 inches. That is my round sleeve here into 2. So that's it. For the length of the sleeve, I'll measure 20 inches. 20 inches. That includes all my folding allowance. I'll fold to insert my elastic, and at the down part of the sleeve I'll also fold to insert my elastic. So everything will be 20 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is to come over here, and that 6 inches I took away during the cutting of the blouse, I'm going to replace it here. So at this point I'll measure 6 inches plus extra 3 inches. Plus extra 3 inches. That will make up for the gathers, the little gathers that we'll have there at the shoulder part of the sleeve. So having done that, I'll take away 6 inches and measure my armhole depth, which is 8, and make a curve. I'm going to come over here and measure 2 inches and connect it back to this point. Connect it like this. This is because of the elastic casing at this part. And this is what I have, so that by the time I fold this side for my elastic, I'll still have my armhole curve for the sleeve. I hope you understand. So I'll use this to cut the second sleeve. So guys, I've cut out my lining both for the front part and the back part. So I'll start with the cuffs. So the first thing I'm going to do is to place it right side to right side like this. So I'll measure 4 inches here, and I'll close that from that 4 inches down. Okay, just with a small sewing allowance. So what I'll do is just to go to the machine and stitch this part from here to here. Okay, so after stitching this part, then I'm going to fold this side and fold this side. Then after that, I'll fold in my casing for my loop, and I'll be right back. So guys, after stitching, this is what I have. If you don't want to join it together like this, you can do this separately. Do this one separately and overlap it at the center while fixing it. So the choice is yours. So this is how I prefer to do mine. So guys, for the gathers, I've run a loose stitch to do my gathers at this down part. So what I'll do now is to gather the cups. So after I'm done gathering, it's time for me to fix it on this curve. So to fix this, the cups, I'm going to fold this by 2 and notch the center. Okay, so I haven't notched the center. This is the right side of the cup. I'm going to place it like this. So if you like, you can pin it down. I'm going to go to the machine and start from the center here and stitch towards this side. So this side will not have much gathers. Make sure that the gather is at the bust area. It will concentrate at the bust part. So this other side, if it doesn't have any gathers, there's no problem. So I'm going to stretch that part to make sure it covers the curve that I created, like this. Okay, so I'll fix it like this. Then I'll do the same thing to this other side. So guys, after attaching the cups, this is what I have, and this is the opening at the center. So having done that, the next step is to use my lining to turn. So I'm going to place this lining in this way. I'll take the center and I'll place it like so. So I'm going to stitch like this and stitch like this, and afterwards I'll close this down part before I turn to the right side. So to join the back side, as usual, I'll sew the zipper side, turn the neckline and the down part, and pick my dart, and I'll be right back. So guys, I'm through with the sewing of the back side. So from this piece of fabric I have here, I'll cut out 2 pieces for my loop. I measure like 1.5 inches into 2, and I'll cut them so this is what I will use for my loop. The measurement I have here is 31 inches. So you can do with what you have available. So to sew the loop, I'll fold this like so, fold again, and then fold the last time. So we are folding into 3 places. I'll fold and fold and fold. Then I'll stitch on top. So guys, after sewing the loop, I went ahead and used my safety pin to insert it into the casing for it. So, and I stitch this side and also stitch this other side. So I'm going to gather it and gather this side to form our breast cup like so. And yeah, this is where my bust is going to sit comfortably. So guys, I'm going to join the front and back together now with my sewing allowance. So guys, I'm through with the sleeve, as you can see. So there's elastic here and at the shoulder area, like I explained before. So it's time to attach the sleeve to the blouse. The first step is to trim this allowance like this. So I'll open it up and open this one up as well. So I'm going to merge the two side seams together like this, and I'll pin it down. So I'll stitch like this. Do you understand? So the same thing to this other side. So I'll go over to the machine to fix the two sleeves, and I'll be right back. So guys, this is it for this beautiful simple milkmade blouse. Please go ahead and give it a try it out, and let me know your results in the comment section. The blouse can go for anything. It can go for skirt, it can go for trousers, or anything at all. So it's a very beautiful blouse. And please, if you have not given the video a thumbs up, please go ahead and do that as well to support the ministry, and share the video to others, to your friends, to anyone at all. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'll see you again. For now, it is bye bye.